A strange sight in the sky last night over Oahu caught the attention of many people.
Next month, people across the United States are in for a special treat. You see what's happening behind us. A solar eclipse will be visible across much of the country.
How would you feel if the sky suddenly darkened at noon? Imagine the moon playing a daring trick, hiding the sun and turning day into night right over North America. This total solar eclipse on April 8th is going to show us what the infinite power of the sun looks like in just a glimpse of a second. Ready for more strange adventures in the sky? Join us to see the unforgettable wonders the cosmos has in store for us in 2024, a dance of darkness and light. On the 8th of April 2024, a spectacular event will take place over North America, a total solar eclipse. This event is like a cosmic ballet, where the day momentarily turns into night. This happens when the moon moves right in front of the sun, casting a big shadow on our planet. And for a little while, it feels like evening during the middle of the day. This amazing sight doesn't happen often. It requires the sun, moon, and earth to line up just right. It's a special occasion that gathers people together, encouraging them to marvel at the stunning beauty of space. The eclipse will travel across a specific route known as the path of totality, where the moon completely covers the sun for a bit. This path will weave through many states in the US. Anyone standing in this path will get to see the day turn dark for a brief period. This dark path begins in Texas and stretches all the way to Maine. Suddenly, the usual daylight will switch to an eerie darkness, similar to an unexpected sunset happening in the middle of the day. In cities like Dallas and Little Rock, the eclipse will start in the early part of the afternoon. Observers there will watch as the moon hides the sun, and it will become dark. Even cities further to the north, such as Cleveland and Buffalo, will witness this extraordinary event. For all those located under the path of totality, it's going to be an unforgettable pause from an ordinary day. The total solar eclipse is more than just a simple event. It serves as a reminder of the vastness of the universe and Earth's unique place within it. During the eclipse, people will have the chance to stop and look up at the sky. It's an opportunity to reflect on the grand scheme of things, the constant cosmic cycles that continue regardless of our daily lives. For those who are passionate about astronomy, the eclipse represents an adventure. They will go out in search of the perfect spot to watch the moon completely cover the sun. The moon's shadow will quickly sweep across the land. Even those who catch just a glimpse of the eclipse will feel they are part of a significant occasion. The eclipse also serves as a lesson in astronomy. It demonstrates the motion of the moon around Earth and Earth's orbit around the sun. It stimulates discussions about celestial bodies, ignites people's imaginations, and brings communities together to observe. Some will sell protective eyewear designed for safe eclipse viewing, while others might throw viewing parties. Preparing for the eclipse involves finding an ideal viewing location and obtaining protective eyewear to safeguard your eyes. NASA and other organizations offer extensive information online to help you prepare. They provide details on where to be, when the eclipse will occur, and how to watch it safely. The eclipse in 2024 is an opportunity for more than just observation. It's an invitation to witness a rare and magnificent display in the sky. It calls to everyone, whether you're a space enthusiast or someone who enjoys gazing at the sky, to experience a moment of awe together. This event connects us to the vast cosmos and to one another, offering a sense of unity and wonder. Next, we explore a mysterious comet lighting up our sky, connecting past, present, and future in its brief visit. A comet's flash in the sky. In the vast and beautiful ballet of the universe, a comet by the name of 12P Pon Brooks makes its grand appearance only every 70 years. As we move through the year 2024, this wandering star is set to make an already special event even more spectacular. On April 8th, there will be a total solar eclipse, and the comet will be there too. creating a unique and awe-inspiring sight in the sky that doesn't happen often. On the evening of the eclipse, the moon will position itself between the Earth and the Sun. This will create a shadow over our planet for a little while. At the same moment, even though it won't be very bright, Comet 12P Pon Brooks can be spotted in the Aries constellation, not far from Jupiter. If you want to catch a glimpse of this cosmic visitor, you'll need to use binoculars. Its light will seem dim compared to the Sun's corona, which will be shining brightly and likely be the main attraction. As the comet gets closer to the Sun, it will reach its most luminous state on April 21st in the Taurus constellation. If you find a really dark place, you might be able to see it without needing binoculars. However, this moment of brightness won't last long. The comet will soon dim again, offering a brief yet wonderful opportunity for those who love to watch the stars. People living in the southern hemisphere will have the chance to observe the comet for a longer time, as it will stay visible there for most of the year. This event is causing a lot of excitement among those who love to look at the stars and professional space scientists alike, especially because the comet became unexpectedly brighter in July 2023. To truly enjoy this cosmic spectacle, it's a good idea to go somewhere dark, far from the lights of the city. Watching the comet's journey across the sky is a rare and beautiful opportunity. It allows us to see something magnificent and adds to our understanding of these enigmatic travelers through space. The comet known as C2023A3, Suchinshan Atlas, which was found by the ATLAS team and studied at the Purple Mountain Observatory, offers an exciting chance for those who love to watch the sky in 2024. This comet came from a distant area of space called the Oort cloud and was first seen in early 2023. It has caught the attention of many because it might become very bright and easy to see from Earth. As the comet moves closer to the Sun, it will reach its nearest point on September 27, 2024, being about 0.39 astronomical units, which is a way to measure space distance away from the Sun. At this point, it is expected to shine brightly in our sky. The period around the middle of October 2024 is when people on Earth will have the best chance to see it without needing telescopes, as it might shine as brightly as the brightest stars, with its light becoming especially bright because of a special effect that happens when the comet lines up with the Sun in a certain way from where we see it. The comet's path across the sky is also quite interesting. From August to October 2024, it will pass through several star groups, including Leo, Sextans, Virgo, Serpens Caput, and Ophiuchus. This path shows how the comet moves and hints at the great view it could provide, especially for those in the northern hemisphere. What makes the comet's visit even more special is how it brings people together. With the help of apps and websites for astronomy, people are planning when and where to get the best view of the comet. This modern way of stargazing helps build a community of people who share an interest in the night sky, reminding us of our small place in the universe and how we are all connected. However, it's important to remember that comets can be unpredictable. Even though the path and expected brightness of C2023A3 make us hopeful for a great spectacle, the actual experience of seeing it could change. Various factors, like how active the comet is, whether it stays whole as it passes close to the Sun, and how its tail develops, will affect how well we can see it and how bright it appears. As the time gets closer to when the comet is expected to be best seen in October 2024, both hobby astronomers and those who simply enjoy looking at the night sky are full of anticipation for what might be one of the most unforgettable celestial events of the year. However, we will only truly know how magnificent Comet C2023A3, Suchinshan Atlas, will be as it comes nearer and starts its brilliant journey across our sky, possibly offering a sight that happens once in a lifetime. Now we shift from a fleeting comet to the timeless dance of planets, unveiling a new tale in the vast sky above us. A meaningful walk among planets. When planets such as Venus and Mars come close to each other in the sky, they create an amazing sight that people on Earth can see. This event is a special moment for both expert skywatchers and those who just like to look at the stars for fun. The coming together of Venus and Mars in the sky is called a conjunction. This is a rare event where these two planets seem very close to each other, catching the eye of many because of how beautiful and unusual it is. On the morning of February 22nd, 2024, right before the sun comes up, Venus and Mars will line up in the sky, offering a beautiful scene for anyone who gets up early to see it. During this event, Venus, which is one of the brightest spots in the night sky, will shine much brighter than Mars. Even though they look like they're close together, Venus and Mars will actually be more than 100 million miles apart. You'll be able to see this wonderful sight in the east-southeast part of the sky about an hour before the sun comes up, and it will be best seen from places in the northern hemisphere. Watching Venus and Mars come together is a delight to the eyes. Venus will be much brighter than Mars, making a beautiful contrast against the dark sky before sunrise. The best way to see this event is through a good pair of binoculars, but you can also see it without any special equipment. The closest point between Venus and Mars will happen at 0947 UTC on February 22nd, when they will be just a bit more than half a degree away from each other. The Venus and Mars conjunction is just one of several planetary alignments happening in 2024. This year will also have other important conjunctions, including those involving Mercury, Saturn, and even the Sun. For example, Mars and Saturn will come very close to each other on April 10th, 2024, making it a year full of interesting events in the sky. For people who want to keep a memory of this alignment, using a telescope or a good camera can help capture a great picture of the moment. Many sky-watching enthusiasts share their experiences and advice online on platforms like Cloudy Nights. They talk about the best equipment to use and how to take the best pictures of such events. As the calendar turns its pages to August, the close meeting of Mars and Jupiter writes a new chapter in the sky's ongoing tale. This rare alignment, a special event happening only once every few years, encourages even those who don't usually watch the sky to join in a shared experience of cosmic wonder. For those keen on photography, this period presents a golden chance to capture the striking beauty of these two massive planets together. In an intriguing game of cosmic peekaboo, the Moon will engage in several hide-and-seek moments with Saturn. During these events, the Moon will pass in front of Saturn, hiding it from our sight, showcasing the constant movement and interaction between celestial bodies. Each time this happens, it acts as a gentle nudge, reminding us of the universe's orderly rhythm, as we see Saturn vanish and then slowly reappear from the shadow of our own Moon. Over the course of the year, these astronomical events are more than just specks of light dotting the night sky. They are powerful displays of the cosmic forces at work in our solar system. Each of these occurrences tells a story, a grand cosmic tale that unfolds above us, deepening our appreciation for the vast universe and our small place within it. Looking up at the sky, we are invited to observe the eternal ballet of the stars and planets, a ballet that beckons us to marvel at its magnificence and ponder our fleeting role in this immense, awe-inspiring universe. Turning from the planets to the Moon, we witness its grandeur up close, promising to enlighten and amaze us, the hypnotic light of the supermoon. In 2024, we're in for a real treat with 4 special nights when the Moon will look bigger and brighter than it usually does. These events are happening on August 19th, September 18th, October 17th, and November 15th. When the Moon is closest to Earth, it shines brighter and appears larger in the sky. This is what we call a supermoon. On September 18th, the Moon will not only be super, but also part of a partial lunar eclipse. This means the Earth will block some of the Sun's light from reaching the Moon, making it look like it's playing a game of hide and seek with us. It's going to be a beautiful sight that will make the moon stand out even more. The biggest of these supermoons will happen on October 17th. It's called the Super Hunter's Moon, and it will be the closest to Earth, making it an amazing sight you won't want to miss. Although supermoon sounds like a very fancy term, it simply refers to these times when the moon is closer to Earth. This makes it look a bit bigger and brighter than usual. Some people might think calling it super is an exaggeration, but there's no denying that these nights offer a unique experience that connects us to the sky in a way that pictures or videos just can't capture. Taking time to watch supermoons is like taking a much-needed break from all the screens and gadgets that fill our lives, allowing us to soak in the breathtaking wonders of the sky above us. These special nights happen when the moon swings closest to Earth, a point called perigee, which makes the moon look bigger and brighter than usual. This closeness not only gives us a spectacular view, but also strengthens the moon's pull on our planet, leading to what are called perigee spring tides, meaning the tides are unusually high. Even though astronomers don't officially use the term supermoon, it's become a popular way to talk about these times when the moon is extra close and extra bright. Generally, we get to see 3 to 4 supermoons each year, offering multiple opportunities to see the moon in all its enlarged and illuminated glory. During a supermoon, it can seem up to 14% bigger and 30% brighter than when it's farthest away, at a point called apogee. Though this size difference might be hard to spot with just our eyes, the moon's added brightness is easy to see, making shadows darker and the night sky glow more intensely. Some people might tell you that supermoons can lead to natural disasters or affect how people act, but there's no real science to back up those claims. Yes, the moon's stronger gravitational pull at these times does make the tides higher, but there's no proof that supermoons cause things like earthquakes or other big disasters. What really makes supermoons special is not some dramatic effect they have on Earth, but the sheer beauty of them and the chance they give us to feel a deeper connection with the vast universe. The moon does more for Earth than just create tides. It keeps our planet stable. By holding Earth at a steady tilt, the moon ensures we have consistent seasons, which is crucial for our weather, climate, and the diversity of life on our planet. Without the moon, Earth would be a very different place. Watching a supermoon lets us pause and think about how vital the moon is, not just for lighting up the night, but for life on Earth as we know it. From February to April 2024, the sky turns into a magical stage for those who love to watch stars, with many special space events catching the eye of both beginners and experts in astronomy. The excitement kicks off in January with a bunch of happenings worth your attention. For instance, Mercury will be at its furthest point from the Sun on January 12th, making it really easy to spot. Plus, the moon will snuggle up close to Saturn and Jupiter during January, creating beautiful pairs in the sky for us to admire. As we move into February, the heavens are set to display a series of celestial interactions, like the moon drawing near to Venus on February 7th. This alignment makes it the ideal moment to gaze at these two shining objects side by side. Then, on February 9th, we have a new moon, which means the sky will be extra dark, perfect for spotting stars. Moreover, Venus and Mars will get really close to each other on February 22nd, offering a breathtaking view. March doesn't fall short on spectacular sky events either. A growing crescent moon will cozy up to Jupiter on March 13th, letting us see the massive planet next to the Pleiades cluster. There's also a penumbral lunar eclipse, happening on March 24-25. It's a bit hard to notice, but still worth looking out for. On that same day, Mercury will reach another one of its furthest points from the Sun, giving us another chance to see this hard-to-catch planet. April comes with its own set of highlights, including the eagerly awaited Total Solar Eclipse on April 8th, which will be visible across a big part of North America. Then, on April 22nd, the Lyrid Meteor Shower will light up the sky, although the bright moon might make it a bit hard to see all the shooting stars. Also in April, Mars and Saturn, as well as Mars and Neptune, will have their moments of closeness on the 10th and the 29th, respectively. These events may be a bit of a challenge to observe, but with the right tools, they can be quite rewarding. Looking beyond April, the Eta Aquariids meteor shower in May is especially visible from the southern hemisphere and reaches its peak around the new moon on May 5th, promising dark skies for an amazing meteor show. The rest of the year doesn't disappoint, with highlights like the Perseids meteor shower in August, a special moment when Mars and Jupiter get very close, a lunar occultation of Saturn, and a grand parade of planets also in August. September is the best month to catch a glimpse of Saturn at its brightest, and in October, there's an annular solar eclipse that will be visible from certain places in the southern hemisphere, along with the peak brightness of Comet Suchinshan-Atlas. After the moon's spectacle, we broaden our view to the year's celestial events, ready for meteor showers, planetary alignments, and lunar games across the heavens. The never-ending party of the universe. Every year, the sky offers a series of spectacular shows for those who love to look up and admire the cosmos. In May, the Eta Aquariids meteor shower occurs. This event is the Earth passing through the debris left by Halley's Comet, which looks like shooting stars streaking across the sky. If you find a spot away from city lights and the sky is clear, you might see up to 60 meteors in just 1 hour. However, this experience varies greatly depending on where you are. Not everyone will have the same view. Following the Eta Aquariids, July brings the Delta Aquariids meteor shower. This one is smaller, producing about 20 to 30 meteors per hour. It's a warm-up for what comes next, the Perseids in August. The Perseids are one of the most anticipated meteor showers of the year, with up to 130 meteors an hour under optimal conditions. These cosmic events are reminders of the vast and indifferent universe above us. They happen regardless of earthly concerns, offering a spectacle that feels both humbling and magnificent. Many people turn to smartphone apps or astronomy books to make the most of these celestial events. These tools can guide you on where to look in the sky and explain more about what you're seeing. It's a way to connect with the universe, realizing how small our place in it is. The stars and meteors continue their ancient patterns, indifferent to human affairs, and offer us a chance to momentarily step away from our lives and immerse ourselves in the beauty of space. The planets also participate in this cosmic ballet, with their movements creating conjunctions and oppositions that are a delight to observe. For instance, on December 7th, Jupiter will be exceptionally bright because it's in opposition to the Sun, meaning Earth is directly between them. On August 14th, Jupiter and Mars will appear very close to each other in the sky, creating a striking view just after the sun sets. These events are part of the regular motions of the planets through space, yet they offer extraordinary sights from our perspective on Earth. Saturn, with its magnificent rings, will have its own special showing on September 8th. Through a telescope, Saturn's rings appear as a neat, ordered structure amidst the chaotic vastness of space. This is simply Saturn following its orbit around the Sun, a journey it has made for billions of years, oblivious to our admiration. The moon's nightly journey across our sky plays an important role, giving us breathtaking sights that remind us of our small spot in the universe. One such breathtaking sight is when the moon moves in front of Saturn, hiding it from our view for a short time. This event, known as the lunar occultation of Saturn, will happen on May 31st, 2024. People in certain places around the world like Argentina, Chile, southern Brazil, and Uruguay will get the chance to see this. The moon will act like a curtain, covering Saturn for a while, and then letting it show again. This game of cosmic hide-and-seek can be seen from certain spots because the moon is so close to Earth, making it look big and causing the angles we see it at to change a lot. Throughout 2024, there will be more events like this, each one offering a special chance to see something amazing from different places on Earth. For example, on September 17, 2024, another hiding of Saturn by the Moon can be seen from places like the western United States, Australia, western Canada, and northwestern Mexico, among others. During this time, the Moon will be almost completely lit up, 99% bright, and it will cover Saturn once more. This shows the lively movements between Earth, our Moon, and the faraway planet with rings. These events in the sky are not just for looking at. They give both professional space scientists and people who just love looking at the stars a chance to watch how things move in our solar system, learn about the paths of these objects, and enjoy the beautiful pattern of the universe. They remind us how big the universe is and the beauty in its movements, bringing everyone together under the same star-filled sky. 2024 is a year packed with events for anyone interested in looking up at the sky. On April 8th, there will be a total solar eclipse where the moon covers the sun, seen from parts of North and Central America. This will create a stunning view, showing the sun's outer atmosphere. The year will also bring sightings of comets, moments when planets line up in the sky, and meteor showers like the Eta Aquarids. Around May 5th, this meteor shower promises to show up to 50 shooting stars every hour, but only if you're in the right place, with clear, dark skies. These moments in space are quietly beautiful. They invite us to stop and look up in wonder, even though they're just going on as usual without caring if we're watching. They give us a chance to feel awe and remember that our time here is short compared to the long dance of the universe. Even the solstices and equinoxes, when our day and night lengths change, are part of this regular cosmic rhythm. On June 20th, we'll have the longest day or the shortest night, depending on where you live. And on September 22nd, day and night will be the same length everywhere, starting fall for some and spring for others. These are times when we might notice the sky more, using them as an excuse to bring out telescopes or just look up in hope of feeling a connection to the stars. They might not be a big deal for everyone, with daily life often getting in the way. But for those who love the stars, these events are a chance to feel part of the universe, even if just for a little while. Still, these cosmic events have their own importance. They help us understand how the universe works. They keep going, step by step, in a dance that's much bigger than us. A dance we're all part of, whether we watch it or not. So maybe we should try to see these events. Even if we're a bit skeptical, looking at the stars can help us feel grounded and remind us of our place in the universe. It can be a moment that lifts us above our doubts and connects us, even briefly, to the stars' eternal dance. What's the most amazing thing you hope to see in the night sky this year? Tell me in the comments. If you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.